And hi, konnichiwa. Today, Pookiestyle cooking will cross over to do some dish from Japan. And I'm going to do the stained glass sushi today. Let's have a look how I made this sushi. Many people just wonder how I made my sushi rice. I'm going to save your time and doing it in the microwave. First step, rinse your rice until it the water come quite clear. Then put 1.5 cup of water in and then cover it and put in the microwave for 10 minutes. Easy or what? And now the rice is done. So next step, while the rice still warm, you just seasoning the rice with a bit of salt, about 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, and then just mix in nicely like this. Mix it in like this, just chop into the rice. The vinegar and the salt just absorbing into the rice nicely. And cover it up and let it cool down before we assemble our sushi. And now I'm just preparing some pepper to go in the filling between layer of our sushi later. Nothing much but I want it as flat as possible. And no seed. So I'm just trying to flatten out this pepper, which is I'm just take the thick bit out from the pepper and the seed out. And then I'm just going to score it a little bit as well, which is helping flatten it. The bit that is too thick, just slice it off. And another topping that I'm doing today, apart from the mackerel, I would like to do some prawn as well. This is not difficult to do at all. When you have your prawn, just clean it up and then just put the skewer on top of the back like that and run through to the tail, and that will help you straighten up the prawn. And all you need to do is just put in the boiling water, boil it for 1 minute, and then take it out. And how am I going to get it into the sushi prawn? Peel the prawn skin off. I just cut the head off as well because we don't need it for this recipe. Then you just run your knife along the tummy of the prawn to the back. And here you are, you have it. Next, we're going to have a look at how I made the stained glass effect. So what we need is just the plain water with a bit of salt. So if you put in 100 ml of the liquid, you put in 1% of agar-agar or 1.5% if you want it a bit thicker. So we're going to sprinkle it on the liquid, the salt water, because that will go well with the sushi that we're making later. And I'm just sprinkle about 1.5 gram of the agar in. And then we're just going to bring it to boil because with agar-agar, don't forget we need to activate it by reaching the boiling point. Once it boils, I'm just going to add a little bit of the blue color because I want the color to bring out the sea, something like beautiful. Who said that blue can't be in food? I bet it's different. This is going to look gorgeous. And all you need to do now, just find quite a flat plate. We don't want it too thick, so because we want to see the bottom of it when we put on the sushi later. Now we just leave it to set. It might take up to 10-15 minutes and that's all. And the next color, I want something a little bit light brown. And we're going to use like 150 ml of water and mix with 50 ml of ponzu. You can use soy sauce and mix with mirin as well. Or mix a little bit with the lime juice, lemon juice. But before then, don't forget to sprinkle your agar-agar. And it will be boiling in no time with this machine, so quick. So once it reaches boiling, we're done. Pour into the flat plate and let it set. Now the rice all cool down and it tastes absolutely yummy. Vinegar and salt absorbing in lovely. I want to have the layer of the rice and my topping into like sort of a 2 layer of rice and then filling in the middle and then the topping. So I'm going to mix half of the rice with sesame seed and save half of the rice just plain rice. So see the different layer then. Just mix it in, press, chop, press. Now it's time to assemble my sushi. Been cured for a few hours, you can see it firm up, look beautiful, and just pat dry, and we are ready. Just start building my layer of the sushi. So put the rice in on the bottom. I know this doesn't look like a typical sushi maker kit, but you actually can order it from the website, the beginning with A, and look for some rectangular shape mold, and you will get this. And this one I'm going to fill with, and then my plain rice. Then we're going to put our fish on. I like this mold because of at least you can see the layer building up. And then we can take the mold out, just like that. Now we're just going to do exactly the same with the prawn one. But this time I'm just putting the plain rice on the bottom first. Rice in. And then this time I'm putting the nori sheet in. And we can cut it to shape. Another layer of rice. So this time we're putting the sesame seed rice on. Remove the mold out. Now what we need to do now, we got to get our stained glass bit out to put on top of here. Now you see this prawn? So we're going to have a little bit more fun with this by decorating it with a bit of flour. Do the same with the fish as well. Well, for some people that don't like fish, maybe you can top it with the chicken teriyaki. That can be the choice, and egg or tofu. Why not have a little bit extra with a bit of gold leaf? Well, we're doing stained glass sushi after all. I think that's it. That looks pretty enough. And then I use the same mold, the same pressure. I use the same mold to cut my stained glass effect to size, so I know that it's going to fit perfectly. Stained glass sushi, and now I'm going to step it up a level. So I cut each of my Osaka sushi into 3 big bite pieces, and now we're going to do something with a little bit more of the sauce. Just add the freshness, and it will go ever so well with the fish as well, with the sushi. And of course, Pookiestyle have to be with this mini ginger aroma. Here we are, and now all you have to do is just enjoy it. Mm. Mm.